Hi, welcome. I'm Stephanie Allen, and this is one of my dream series videos, which means that everything I'm talking about here came from a dream. Yes, a dream where like I'm sleeping and I have a dream. So I've always had very vivid dreams, and this is one of them. So actually, this is one of my most recent ones. And basically, it shared what the secret weapon of Earth is, which is so incredibly overlooked and taken for granted, and is right under our nose. So in this dream, it was a apocalyptic kind of world. Like it was there was a war going on between good and evil forces, and I was a warrior on the good side, and I was young, like 19 and headstrong, and all of us were. It was like a group of us, guys and girls. We were all in the cause, together, and very headstrong. Had very strong ideas of what needed to be done and how it should be done, and how to fix the world and everything. And we were very passionate and hearts in the right place and everything. So here we were, and we were focused. Our goal was to get the last piece of some secret weapon that had been built by our side, and it was a new technology that would be the end of the end. It was like it would just like defeat our enemy and right everything. And so we were waiting on this last piece of this technology in this puzzle. A few of us were standing outside of our sort of safe house, which was in this nondescript kind of very boring suburban house. And I share that because it's important later down the road. But very plain, very, very plain. And so we're standing outside the house, and a UPS truck pulls up. The delivery driver pops out, and we're like, oh, great, our package is here. Do you have our package for us? And she's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a package for you. But can I go inside? I need to kind of get off the streets for a little bit. I don't know if it was dangerous or she just needed the restroom. I don't know, but for whatever reason, she wanted to come inside. And we were like, yeah, no problem. So we take her inside, and we're walking her through the house. And again, the house was plain, like nothing was in it. It was super plain. And we take her back, and the back patio, super plain, like a square block of concrete, and that's it. And on the patio were like 30, 40 people or so gathered on the edge, and they were all there for some sort of celebration for someone in the community, as much as you can during wartime. There were no cakes, or there was nothing to be had, but despite that, we still wanted to gather in acknowledgement of, I think it was a birthday or something like that, a life event. But so a quiet acknowledgement, and just to give a little bit of extra something special for this person, as we do as humans. So it was super, super low key, but we were there and we were gathered. And right the moment that the driver stepped out onto the patio, it was like, boom, like I got it. It just like hit me. And I was like, she's the messenger. She didn't know it, but I'm like, this is the message. And then all of a sudden I was taken from that scene, sort of sucked into space. My consciousness was, and I'm in space. Just sort of, I was actually sitting in space with my mother, who passed when I was 22. It was really peaceful and beautiful and quiet, and stars and things are floating around. It was really nice. And she pointed to a certain constellation, which I'm not familiar with. And she said, do you remember what I told you about the relationship with the sun and its planets? A sun and its planets. And I said, no. And she said, well, every sun encodes in each of its planets a thing. Now, these weren't her actual words. This is me verbalizing the sort of telepathic thing that was going on. But that each sun encodes each of its planets with a unique thing, which is the thing, like a secret weapon, that will get that planet through anything. Like anything could happen, and this particular thing that lies deep in the coding of this planet, that will rebirth it and allow it to thrive and live and survive once again. And she said, and each planet has its own unique thing, which is given by the sun. And she pointed to a planet, and she said, and this planet, and it was Earth, this planet's thing is love. And then boom, I was back on the patio, the cement patio, and I'm looking around at all these people gathered, and it was like such a dumb moment. I'm like, oh my God, we've been searching for the wrong freaking thing the whole time. It just hit me so strongly how much we had been focused on this thing out, like this technology, this thing that was going to save us and save the world and everything, when in fact the only thing that would really work in the end was what we had right here, so effortlessly, so easily, that we took for granted. And it was the love that we shared, however small. I'm not talking like big romantic love or anything, but just those small moments, like coming together for a short while just to acknowledge some special moment for someone in the community. It could be for, the moments we have with the most important person in our life to the furthest most peripheral acquaintance. It's like it didn't matter, but those small moments of acknowledgement, compassion, empathy, understanding, conscientiousness, thoughtfulness, those very small moments were the thing that Earth was encoded with that would save the planet and get us through anything. And so it was like, wow, we've been focused on the entirely wrong thing, and here we have it right here, and we don't even know it. We didn't even know it, like completely oblivious. That's what made me feel so young and stupid in that dream. Anyway, what also hit me was the starkness of, what was brought into my awareness was the starkness of the home, right? Like just a simple concrete patio, the house that had no furniture in it, nothing. It was the most boring gray and whatever. And I know that the message of that was that you don't need anything. We think that the thing we need is some external thing, and the point of that was to show that is not true, and that it's not needed, that none of that external whatever is the answer. So my afterthoughts of that dream, right after I woke up, I was thinking about what are the implications of this dream, and I was thinking about all the big world problems we have, like the climate and hunger and, everything. And, is it possible that, here we are focused on, trying to find the solution to these very complex problems, and, figuring it out and seeking, trying to figure it out and finding it and building it and whatever. And I'm not saying that's not right. Like, action has to be taken. We live in the physical world. Action is necessary. But my question is, if we don't also have or acknowledge or value the thing that is, Earth's encoding, which is love, like if we aren't acknowledging the power of how we relate with people, or the kindness or lack of kindness that we carry with us in a day to a person in a moment, if we're not also focusing on that and valuing that, does it make this empty? And that's what I think personally, that's where I feel is at the heart of the message, that we have to have that. Like, if we're not connected to this, if we don't understand the power of the thing, which is the love and the connection and the communion and all of that, then this will never work, whatever this thing is and whatever problem that is. So that's what I took from it. And my friend asked me, so how am I going to apply this to my life? And it really was a key factor for me in changing my value system, which was already in place, actually, which may have brought on the dream. I don't know. But, I have been doing a lot of work with switching my understanding that, like, what we do in life, is not the thing that's the most important, and even if, however impactful the thing in life we're doing is or isn't, and healing the world, like, that's not where the heart and the juice is. It really is on, who we are and how we engage in these small moments, and what we're sharing daily with the people in our lives, and, how we're doing that. So So that's on a practical level, day to day, how I'm trying to carry this dream with me forward. And I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious how this hits home with you all. That's it. The secret weapon of planet Earth. I would love to hear from you. So in the comments below, please share your thoughts, whether that hits for you, what you think, feel, how you interpret this. And I would love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the comments below. So until the next stream, I will see you then. Be bold, be beautiful, and be brave. See you soon.